Unaangalia Boss TV, uhakika zaidi.
You cannot say put the same program to an 8-year-old. So we didn't have that information. So I'm busy gathering that. The manual is coming out. You will see it. You will first see it. So that's how I believe first we must do to develop the continent. And we don't need money for that. Okay, you need a little bit of the coaches to be paid at the school, obviously, and to also to prepare them, to train them, because my program, I train the coaches what to do on the pitch, and I have somebody who monitors them. And I don't want anybody who come from Europe to come to see my program at the school and say, what is this Pitso is using his name and his profile, and he's not doing the right thing. So I know I'm doing the right thing because my research is extensive. And I've gone to Europe to understand what they're doing, and we can do that in Africa. So that's my contribution to my beloved continent and in South Africa. And then we're doing, somebody asked about how can we help and contribute to Africa, because I've been in that space for the last 12 years, in the Champions League. So how do we do that? I have a program called the Master Class, and hopefully we'll bring it again here in Tanzania. The Master Class, we did a pilot one, the first one, in South Africa with a team that is qualified for CAF, Royal AM. You'll see them, they'll be in the Confederation Cup. So I am sharing, I've got my team that have been traveling. You must know my coaches. I've got 2 coaches with me and an analyst. They've been with me for the last 12 years. It's not funny. I travel with them wherever I go. So we have a master class where we share the information of what has contributed to us to have won 18 trophies in our career. And that includes the World Cup, that includes the CAF Champions League, CAF Super Cup. We've been also in Confederation Cup. So we're sharing that information and what happened, how did we do it, and where were our pitfalls, because we were not all successful. I think I've lost 6 cup finals. You know, I can talk about 17 or 18 that I've won, but I've lost 6. So that really shows that there's nothing guaranteed. You will learn some of the things that you didn't do right and do them right. So that's what I am doing now for my continent, and I don't mind to be coming over here, because even Uganda people are already asking us to say, Coach, you're the only African, you understand the kind of pitches we come from, the backgrounds where we're coming from, because the Europeans don't know that. They come to coach and they go. So I live here, I'm in the continent. So I'm sharing that information, and it doesn't mean that we know everything. I'm just telling you what happened to us and how we got it right and how we got it wrong. So the programs must be really respected. If you follow, last night, my former team, Al Ahly, has made a decision that they will play with the youth teams, not with the senior team, to finish the league. It's very interesting for me, because some of the things that created that situation, I've told Al Ahly about them, but now they know. Okay, and sometimes when it comes from a European, everybody will listen. Africa gets excited. Okay, when it comes from an African, Africans don't know nothing. No, we know. We learn quickly, we learn fast. Africans can learn. So we learn quickly and we learn fast, and it's amazing. But anyway, I don't want to go there. But it's the issue of playing 3 games every 3 days. So it means you have about, in 8 days or 9 days, you have 3 games. So it's to the coaches also, as much as you are looking at the CAF, and don't forget to win the league here, because you know what happened when we won the league. We won those celebrations again. So it's a bit tough. So I'm sharing that information of how I've succeeded and how I've also not succeeded. So those are the things that I call it the master class. And I'll go to Africa, because I see the demand. Africa says, tell us about your stories, because you're the only one who's won the Champions League more than everybody in the continent. What happened? How did you do it? And especially with different teams. Yeah, I don't know if I've addressed everything. The biggest event, why are you here? Of course, to share the big week of the citizens with you guys, and for me to experience that and share also the chance and opportunity with these young children who are here, because that was me years back. So, and also to respect the country as Tanzania, and also to respect the Yanga badge that has been there for all these years. Yeah. What impact does this have to do to the fans? That's the question. What do I think? I think the president can answer that much better. What impact does this week mean to the fans of Tanzania? I've seen the passion of Tanzania. I've seen the fans. I've been at the stadium. I've seen the first time I was in Tanzania, I came to watch a match before the big stadium. There was a stadium next to the big stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know if it still exists.
Still does.
I saw Yanga play Simba. And there was a problem. I think the match didn't finish or whatever, but there was about tear gas and all that. Those who were long in the game can remember that day. It was like a Sekafa tournament. It was unbelievable. And I came here, and my brother from Uganda, that's where I got Dennis Onyango from Tanzania. In that stadium, I signed Dennis Onyango immediately from that tournament. So I've seen the passion. I've seen the passion when my team came over here. My former team came play against Simba, and I've seen the images of Yanga Simba, the derby. So I think that's the impact that this country has, and I think if you're not aware, I think you're amongst the top 4 forces leagues now in the continent. South Africa is good also. The league is good. Egypt is a tough league. Tunis is a good league. Same as Morocco has a good league. But you also now impacting on the West Africa. I'm watching the movements that the West Africans now are flocking more to your country.
Sure.
Why? It's because now the football is improved. You have invested a little bit more in your football. You take the CAF competitions very serious, and look at how your stadiums are getting full. So I hope you're right about this, that we're watching from outside. What you are covering is important and is big, and look how the football is developing and growing. And probably to share some ideas that why we don't have South African players also to come into Tanzania, and why we don't Tanzanian players going to South Africa. We can share that information later, especially with the master class. That's why I formed that. So we can have the movements. There's a lot of Tanzanians in South Africa, and there's a lot of South Africans here, and especially in our history, you guys hosted us, you guys helped us to get our liberation. So we can also give back. So I hope I've answered almost everything. I don't know if anybody is not happy that I didn't speak about his question, but to the program director, I don't know.
No, we're very happy, and we'll have to move on to the...
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Itabidi nishike pia, si ndio? Jamani, tunawashukuru sana kutokana na hali ilivyo.
Mgeni wetu rasmi kwa hili kwetu ni wa heshima sana. Tunasikia fahari sana kama Young Africans kuweza kumkaribisha na kuweza kushare experiences naye kusema kweli. Kwa hiyo hata waandishi wa habari nadhani mtupongeze kwa makofi yenu kwa kumleta Pitso mbele yenu, Pitso Jingles tafadhali, na hasa kwa kuwapa nyinyi heshima na nafasi ya kuweza kuzungumza naye. Kwa hiyo alishinda makombe haya akiwa na Mamelodi Sundowns. Naomba tu Google historia yake vizuri tuweze kuiandika. Tafadhali waandishi wa habari tuweze kuisoma vizuri na kuweza kumtambua vizuri. Na hakika alikuwa kwenye changamoto baada ya ushindi huo kuendelea kushinda, na anatupa matumaini ya kujenga ari ya kuendelea kuwa mabingwa kwa bidii, na anasema kwamba anaona fursa yeye mwenyewe ya kushinda mara ya kwanza na kuendelea kuweka bidii na kuwa mabingwa. Aliona pia hamasa ya mpira aliposhuhudia maandamano ama niite parade yetu ya kombe. Anasema hivi, ujumbe wake ni muhimu sana. Ilipelekea ujumbe duniani kote kwamba mpira una hamasa kubwa sana, sio Tanzania tu au bara la Afrika, lakini aliona hii kwa dunia nzima.
Unaangalia Boss TV, uhakika zaidi.